So I'm just going back when I was 5, okay? I was 5 when we moved to Romford in a huge house in Gidea Park in Romford. My mother had left my dad without him knowing while he was in the usual pub drinking, and family money was wasted away and not really giving a shit whether we ate or drank. There's a lot of bitterness to the man who had fucking cheek to call himself my dad. Sorry about the swearing as well. Who had the fucking cheek to call himself my dad. Beyond this, you will understand why I have hate and pity for my family. Right. So this is, I call her the C-U-N-T, okay? I don't never call her the M-U-M word. She had called her brother to get her from Barnsley, Yorkshire, to take us back to Essex, where my mother had grown up as a child in Ongar. She was brought up with an aunt called Flo after her mother gave birth to Susan when she had died from a blood clot in her leg while giving birth to Susan, which is my auntie who is now passed. I remember the van pulling up outside this house with a purple door and everyone being discreet not to alert my father, who was in a pub. We was bundled into a van and never to see my father again. Yeah, I've been trying to get published forever, but there's always fucking... I've got to self-publish now. The next, I was in a children's home with my siblings in London as my mother had a so-called breakdown through stress. It wouldn't take a lot for her to get stressed out. She was a very weak woman. Sorry, I'm flicking up. That's why I have to stop. She was a very weak woman with no love inside of her that she showed. She was a timid lady with quite a good look about her, very classy looking. She was a pretty lady but was nasty on the inside. My mother was tall and always had blonde hair, blue eyes and very clearly pretty, with clear skin. As you can tell, I've got clear skin. Turn it into a podcast. Good idea. My mother was tall and always had blonde hair, blue eyes with clear skin. I read that. But she was fucked up mentally. And I think with the loss of her mother, that she had just blocked herself off to the world and love. To me, she found it very hard to love anyone. As you will see during this book, how I managed to understand what and why she did what she did to us. I'll probably get really emotional, so don't worry. I'm okay. The children's home was in London. I was led to believe, but still to this day, I don't know where it was. I remember a long drive to the front door and then a door that had left into the hall. Then a door that was a little white door that led into a narrow kitchen where there was a bench with tables for the kids to eat off. We were put there and fed, then led into the bedrooms, and my sister and I were put into a large room with about 10 bunk beds. So I'm scrolling up.